Morning, everyone. It's Monday morning at a few minutes after 9. This is your pre-opening comment. It is video number 382, and a gentle reminder, please hit the like button and subscribe. Okay, so we started the morning off with the Empire State Index, which it turned out was down to 3.7 versus an expected 15. So that was pretty negative. But we had positive news, NAHB numbers, the real estate and home builders numbers, and their index is 78, close to all-time highs versus an expected 72. And within that, there were a couple of interesting statistics, such as the traffic, people looking at homes, up 8% to its literal highest ever. And of course, that's based on a couple of things like rates being so dramatically down, but also inventories being pretty dramatically down. So the home builders look better. The market was about flat at that point, but we've had the Dow rally a bit, and it looks to open up about 35. The NASDAQ up about 68, and the S&P up about 9. Part of that NASDAQ being higher is based on a couple of things. JD.com had earnings, and they were terrific. The stock had closed at 62.06 and traded immediately as high as 66.58. And the last is 65.80, which is up 3.74. So that's pretty decent. A little closer to home, we have NVIDIA, and NVIDIA got two new price targets, one by Wells Fargo, who I never trust for anything, but their new target is 510, and Susquehanna, who raised it to outperform, with a street high target of 540. The stock was up about $30 off the low last week and closed around 462, and that was up 1480. It's currently trading at 475, so up about another 13 or so. Also, there was a new issue on Friday, CureVac, CVAC. I've seen a couple of references to it being Bill Gates Foundation, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, being somewhat a sponsor or behind it. The deal came at the top of the range at 16 and immediately opened at 44. Had a very strong showing, and this morning it's trading at 80, up another 24. So basically we've had a 500% move from the offering price to the last, and I guess if you want to look at it this way, they left an awful lot of money on the table by doing the deal as low as they did. Also in the news on Friday were some of the 13D filings, and it turns out that Berkshire Hathaway has been buying Barrick Gold. It's not an overwhelmingly big position in the grand scheme of things. It's about $500 million worth, but Barrick is currently trading just under 30, up $2.50, and the carryover into Newmont is pretty nice. It's trading 66.35, and that's up $2.50. Okay, well, the chart on the screen, we're back to the dollar looking incredibly weak. This actually was a recent closing low on the weekly chart, and we have a little bit of follow through here. This area, this little 2-week bottom here, is a little bit more. There's a little bit more to it than that. We came down, rallied, came back down, made a lower low, and started back up. I was really expecting a move to 95 or even 96 as a counter trend rally, but we're just not getting a great deal of action in the dollar back to the upside, and that's a very big disappointment. My narrative in this week's letter deals very specifically with the dollar and the relationship that we have with China. And it says some pretty negative things about the dollar over the long term unless we figure out a way to deal with China. Okay, we also had the gold, which was up early last night, turned back down, tested last Friday's low. Friday's low had been 1939.10. Last night's low, 1939.10. And right now, we are back above Friday's high and almost above the high for the week, which was 1974.80, currently 1968.30, but a high of 1973.9. So we need to see about $2 further up on the day in order to break that out. All right, everyone. Market looks a little higher. We have the Fed minutes of the Fed meeting coming on Wednesday. Be careful out there and don't forget to subscribe.